All right. Let's jump back into this and get these dailies knocked out for today. And hopefully, depending on what it shows up for the Apex battles, knock those out as well. We can move on to the getting around to farming a little bit. Something I slacked on over the past, I'd say 4 or 5 days. Just need to get back into there and get that done. So we are trucking on those fire superstones. Get those ones to 30 and then move on to the water ones. I always liked Miho, but man, the animation time sometime with her super evolution, while it's cool to look at, it's one thing that kind of kills the Astromon a little bit for farming quickly is just sometimes that time that it takes. Stuff like that though, I don't mind when I'm out again farming extreme. As long as I'm under the 45-second mark on running is usually what I try and shoot for. Anything under 40 seconds, and I'm basically farming for a capture festival and with that kind of time. But again, I kind of talked about it yesterday a little bit, but once you start getting up into the higher levels of extreme, your time goes up just because you're not going to be able to one shot. Your biggest culprit for your time loss is your first wave. That's why the dragons, the SPs gems are just so important to letting you clear fast. But once again, that's the thing, is that first wave is so important and how fast you're able to get through it. And again, that's going back to again things that I kind of put in. I always put in perspective, and why you guys see me using specifically Light and Dark Astromon a lot is I don't let the AI dictate what I don't let the AI dictate what it attacks. So you could do a full team of Water Astromon against a full team of Fire Astromon, and all 4 of your Astromon will target the exact same single Astromon. The AI is not smart enough to go, hey, I've got four really good Water Astromon that are like, they don't look at the comparison, and so it's not a 1-to-1. You could have all 4 of your Astromon go after one. As an example, I'll show here, if these were all Water Astromon, right? All 4 of these could just go and attack this Brawn right here, right now, and leaving these 3 up. And I mitigate that by having these Light and Dark Astromon and even this Fire Astromon, because then the AI doesn't just go, oh, we're all going to gang up on one. It can still happen, but it's very small. Like, it's less than 1% that happens to you. But again, when it comes down to like the clearing time for specifics in the game, it really does. This first wave is very important on how your Astromon go about attacking and building up their SP, so that in the next wave, like you see here, you have your SP built up moving into the next one. Then you get into the real craziness of, well, what Astromons are who are good attackers and have short animations to attack. And that gets into the fun part of letting you guys kind of test that out and go out there and see what Astromon that can fit that. Because the key to a lot of my capture festivals has been figuring out what Astromon is the best on that. So, but nonetheless, that's just a little bit deeper dive into doing stuff quickly in Monster Super League. So, see, what do we got today? I remember this because of this baby shark. So that's going to be the same person that I've seen definitely before. So we're going to knock this out, though. I'm not going to get around to the dailies right when they reset today or for tomorrow. So just leave these the way they are. And let's jump into some PvP. And I still think I could probably beat this one, but I really am not interested in here. This one might actually be really tough because this is all tanks, except for that. And look at this. Like, I applaud you for doing this and getting these guys all super ascended, but what a waste of like RNG and just, I'm sorry, I think of that as a waste of time. And level 71, this guy's played just longer than me, but just those abilities are okay, but not enough that I care about doing, you know, like trying to maximize the potential of anything in this. It's just not worth it. I'm sorry to say. It's kind of why I stopped doing anything for it. It's just not worth the effort at that point. But nonetheless, well, that was... I guess I kind of expected that, but didn't expect it to be like that. You might have to do another one after that one. That was a little too easy. Let's see what else we got on here. Wood Victoria. Not a bad choice for here. Her stun is annoying, but her fire version unfortunately beats out viability in my opinion. Let's see. I think if I knock out one, I'm just gonna stun you hopefully. Yes, alright, cool. Now we're gonna just do that. Fire Miho, scary. And we will let that happen. Just in case, we're gonna redo that. And with defense down and Yuki, you're gonna go down. So that wasn't that bad. And again, with PvP, you know, you always have to, with these special seasons, you always have to weigh your options in of what's gonna be coming out on the backside of these guys. That's why, again, Druidus gets swapped in to sap that. You don't want to bring out their 5th Astromon if you're not ready to apply the SP down on it. So like you, Kokomaru's not bad, but unfortunately it's not great either. Let's see if we can stun you. I forget what Grass Fenrir does. So we'll just get rid of her, and then we'll just worry about these two. Because, yeah, Kokomaru has pretty... I think it's a guaranteed stun as long as you don't hit the resist on it. But, again, when it gets brought out like that, it's basically there. That's why with defense teams, too, you can kind of mess around with that and kind of put your best 4 Astromon kind of maybe up front on there. And then something that's not going to be like targeted, but again, that has its pluses and minuses as well. I really shouldn't poke this bear, but I'm going to poke this one. And we'll see about that. So... definitely built for PvP here. That's pretty much a guarantee. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So we've got a stun, we've got heal, we've got SP sapping, and then I have no idea what you do. So I'm just gonna try and stun you. And then I'm gonna hope for the best outcome that I can here. And that's gonna get a stun off. I resisted it. So we're going to get a clear off this because of shock. That is 100% sap on there. We have to get a stun here. She resisted it. We don't have to. It's just going to put sap up, but sap is fairly annoying. We needed a defense down. Well, they didn't go after her. After my Dark Fenrir, so I'm not worried about it now. Let's see if we can get some defense down here. We got defense down on arguably the one that we didn't need to. Who's scarier? Honestly, you are. I think because of healing. There we go. Now, let's see how much damage we do. Yeah, we're good. Little bit of luck on that one. Had they gone after Fenrir, this team falls apart real quickly. And having the resist a couple on those couple hits was not worth it. Let's just make these out. What are we at for time? Yeah, we're at the 10 minutes, so we'll knock this one out and call this a daily. Oh, I'm gonna bring it all right. Can you survive it? That answer is a no. Sure, let's see if we can stun. Nope. We'll spread the damage out. Sap you. And we'll just finish you off. How about that one instead? Still have to take the precaution, though. Well, we're actually really close. But... I lied. We're going to poke the bear one more time. Just because this looks like the last easy pickings out of this group and we can reset. Aloha. Well, aloha. And the reason why with Victoria I'm not sending her out to do defense down right off the bat is because I don't want... I kind of want to save it for whatever ends up coming out that I need to address. So this team composition, Fire Idra is just like Arthur does stuns. Dark Idra, I think, I don't remember this one. Water Persephone. Super Evolved Water Gene is just for the CC. She has a sleep. So I'm going to go after... I actually probably should have stunned because Victoria could have just one-shotted that. Let's see if we can get defense down or just flat out murder you. That's fine. But there we naturally resisted the sleep. That's what the thing, and this is a good example. So again, I have no resistances on this team. There's nothing, my Victoria does not have any, anything but her natural resistance and anything she's getting from these SP gems that I have on her. And so just to, you know, that's a great example of showing you that even though Jean says she has a 100% chance to put you to sleep, you can still naturally resist those kind of things. So even planning for Astromon that have that kind of ability on it can still get still gets resisted pretty easily, and that's something with PvP right there that we can show off of. Yeah, I really don't want to mess with that team. This team just looks like it'd be a nightmare to try and mess around with. We got a couple ones on here, but like I said, that'll probably do it for today on the dailies. I'm gonna go mess around with Apex. I'll probably record them again today. Again, I really obviously I'm not gonna record the really easy fights. That's when the game's like, hey, go fight level, 5 and 10 people in the game. It's like, thanks, game. I like doing that, sure. But I won't argue about getting free stuff, So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let's grab that. I don't need any more Victorias. Arguably. Do I have a summon? I do. And Fire Windingo. Alright. This is a clan festival, that's right. What do we got left for here? Right, I gotta get to 1800 because we're gonna go. I think I'm gonna go for another light Astromon egg. So we might do some summons here at the Hero Festival, trying to push this up so we can get that. So anyway, I'm done rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's daily.